What's up, y'all? And thank you for tuning in to part one of the Technically Athletic interview with my brother Jalen. And before we get into part two, I ask that you please, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. All right, hit that like button. And if you're listening to this on audio platforms, please give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. Thank you very much. Now, please enjoy part two as much as I do. Thank you.
No clearance. Cause that's when my number got passed down to me, my junior year.
Right. What number was it?
81.
That's a good number, man.
So like my homeboy, he passed down his number to me because I was like, I looked up to him as we were playing. He passed down his 81 down to me.
What was his name?
I was like, all right. My homeboy, where do I go? He told me to call him. My homeboy, well, I'm gonna say his real name. I'm gonna say his real name on this. My homeboy Jeff Cruz.
Shout out Jeff Cruz. All right.
Goes by King Cruz the Conqueror. That's what he goes by.
I gotta
now.
say, if you don't mind me interjecting,
Start a clothing brand.
Your motivation is very interesting because I very much felt the same way as a high school player. It just seemed like a lot of people who are supposed to be my teammates, supposed to be my brothers, did not want me to succeed. And that's not saying everybody, but it just seemed like there was a decent amount of people that was like, I'm better than him. Why am I not? I should be the one playing. And look, you deserve to feel confident like that. But it seemed like that confidence. It seemed like that confidence. It seemed like for some reason they felt okay to be outwardly showing that like this nigga
isn't good.
I deserve.
But yet you're doing the work.
Yeah. I'm doing the work, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where that come from.
I don't know. I felt like I only had a few like my homeboy Devon. He was on no clearance. Von Don. He was pushing me. He was like, you want to stay tight end, right? You want to start, right? He made me go in the front of the pack during the running drills.
Right.
Like, you gotta stay up front. You gotta keep up with me. This little fast ass nigga. Ain't nobody keeping up with this little fast ass nigga. But he gonna get behind me like run, nigga. He was trying to take a break.
Yeah.
I know what he was doing, but he was pushing me. And like things like that I remember. People like that I still value. Like my homeboy, even the homeboy that they try to get my spot, he was on the show. My homeboy Nas.
Yeah.
They tried to give him my spot, and I was like, and like really put like a little. I felt like it always put like a little bit of a tension between us, even though he was like my best friend.
But that's fine when it's like, all right, dog, we play the same position, and I know one of us got to play, one of us don't, but we rocking with each other.
Yeah,
like we rocking with each other, and like I feel like you can almost tell the difference between a lot of at least the teams that I've played on where we were successful and the teams I played on where we was trash. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of tension in regards to like a lot of niggas just hating and bringing the toxicity to the locker room where it's like the dude's not playing. It's like I deserve to be doing this, that, and third. When it's like you gotta show love and support. Yeah, we are all competing, but where's the love and support for the people that is on the field? And you know what I'm saying? It just sucks that, there's people out there.
I used to hate a whining ass nigga whining because he ain't play.
Boy.
I used to hate a whining ass nigga.
And I never forget for me. I know that this is about you, but for me, I never forget my coach going to my senior year. He talked to me one time before school. He was like, man, I'm so glad because I got benched by junior year, like middle of the season. I got my job back, but I did get benched. He was like, I'm glad you ain't never complained. You never did this and the third where you was benched. You just kept working. And like that was amazing to me because most dudes be out here telling they, mama giving the coach a call, just arguing mad as shit because he not playing. It's like, bro, I don't know too many coaches that's just gonna put the worst player on the field.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. So if you're not playing, you just gotta understand either you're not fitting the scheme or you're not paying attention. But there's no
Yeah.
way. You gotta look at yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's ridiculous. All right, man.
Yeah.
But I respect your motivation to go play college was very interesting.
Yeah.
So you decide to walk on. First of all, what made you go to St. Anselm College?
The money.
Okay. So you
That
decide.
was the only reason. I didn't even visit the school. I ain't even visit school. I looked at pictures on Google. I didn't visit school. They was like, we gonna give you this much money to go to school here to maintain a 3.0, which I never did. They never took that money away. But the money, all it was. Any other school gave me that much money, I would have went.
That's crazy, bro. I only had to maintain a 2.6.
These niggas told me I had to maintain a 3.0.
So
That's why my freshman year. I actually did a lot of school because I don't want to lose my scholarship.
Bro, I didn't even know you was on scholarship, fam.
I was on scholarship. Yeah.
Wow.
Not from football, but academic.
Yeah. That's fire though. That's fire. Yeah. Just let that sink in. My man is smart. I need a lot of y'all to know this.
They didn't give me that much, but they gave me enough.
They gave you a little bit for your academics. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Now you decide to walk on. To take me through. What was it like to be a walk on in your opinion?
Everyone was really nice. I feel like I'm the only walk on to go to St. A's football, and everyone would actually be nice to them.
Really?
I felt like I just blended in real seamlessly. I feel like this is just how I feel like because I was cool with you and Dombro already, that like it just like was effortless. Like it was just like, oh, he's cool with them, blah blah blah. And I was already hanging out with everybody, so like it was just like woo.
Yeah, and luckily you was not at freshman year training camp.
Oh man, I was supposed to go. I was gonna go, and they told me I didn't have to, so I didn't go.
Yeah, good for you, bro, because that was the longest training camp of my life.
Yeah, wasn't it like 3 weeks or some shit?
It was 3 weeks, dog.
Yeah.
It was 3 weeks, and that was before they put the steps up to go to the freshman dorm. So we had to walk up that hill every day. And they took our phones.
Yeah. They didn't do. Did they take our phones our sophomore year?
No.
I didn't go sophomore year.
No, they did take our phones. So you skipped 2 training camps.
Yeah, I skipped 2 training camps. The second one wasn't my fault.
No, it wasn't. So your freshman year,
I wasn't even supposed to play.
Right. So freshman year, you pretty much practiced, right?
Yeah, I wasn't eligible.
Something
with my SAT scores, like I took it twice, but like the 2 scores that they used didn't equal enough to make me eligible, which is like they used 2 scores. They used my 2 lowest scores, but those are the only ones that counted.
They're supposed to use the highest, aren't they?
So the first time they used like it was like I did bad on the writing and reading the first time, and the second time I did about the same, so like no, it was not reading. It was one of them. It wasn't writing and it was one of those categories where I just stayed the same, but the other 2 I did better.
Okay.
So like it equaled, the numbers added up, but it didn't equal enough to make me eligible to play that first year, which was fine. I didn't care. I didn't think I was going to step on the field at all. I came in walking out knowing I wasn't going to play. Like I knew, once I seen the size of everybody, I was like, oh yeah, I ain't going to play. But I still want to be on the team.
I got to ask, why, so you end up playing left tackle, you was playing tight end in high school. I dabbled in defense. You dabbled in defense. Fair.
I played defense in JV. I always wanted to play defense. But since I was so good on offense, they never let me play defense because they didn't want me to get hurt.
So I ask, why did you not go out for tight end? You played defensive tackle.
Too short. I played defense line. There's a difference. I was just slow, so I played tackle.
You never thought of being like an H-back, just a big ass blocking.
I didn't even know what that was until Also, the offense looked scary as fuck, and I was like, I'm not going to that side. Keep me on the defensive side. I would stay on the defense. That offense shit looked wild. I was like, when I got in there, I was looking at the offense. I was like, no, fuck that noise. I'm not going over there. I'ma stay with the defense. I see that shit. I walked in, I seen him screaming at. I was like, oh, I don't operate like that. I don't operate with this getting screamed in the face. I know how I operate. You scream in my face, like a coach scream in my face, I get mad. But you can't be mad on offense because you gotta think about the play.
Yeah.
And I just know myself.
Yeah.
So like, and I was like, I'm not getting screamed at like no fucking slave by no white man. And our defense, it was just so much more chill on the defensive side. Y'all, like the coaches was like, they'd yell because it was defense, but like I didn't feel like they was taking personal attacks at you.
Very respectful.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were taking a personal attack at your character.
Shout out to Coach Eggs.
Yeah.
Shout out to
and Coach Eggs was just such a nice man. I wanted to just play since once I found out he was a defensive coach, I was like, I'm gonna stay with this guy.
You were a defensive lineman, which means you were coached under the legendary Coach Trisciani.
Great coach.
Legend of New Hampshire. Legend in Manchester,
my favorite
New
coach.
Hampshire specifically. What made him such a good coach?
He just knew what he was talking about. And he said it in a way that like you understood. Like he kept it very simple. But like, and he gave you the freedom to experiment with different moves and this and that, and like he didn't. As long as you did what I don't know. I can't really explain it. He just like the amount of respect he had for everyone who played for like under him. Like he never like if he yelled at you, you know you fucked up.
Yeah.
So like he was just a solid dude all around. So like I'd run through a wall for that man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was a solid dude. He is a solid dude. He just keeps coaching. Like he just keeps coaching. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. What would you say separates we played with some pretty solid dudes at defensive line. Like the linemen we had, legendary.
These niggas was nice. I knew I wasn't stepping on the field. I'd be watching them like, yo, these dudes.
Shout out Lebo. Shout out Walter. Shout out man, what's man's number 90? What's number 90? Cheever. Shout out Cheever. Cheever was a beast. He could have played in the league. Yeah, Cheever could have played in the league. Yeah.
He was good.
What makes a D lineman like? What makes a good D lineman?
I think it's just like speed and aggressiveness. Like you gotta be fast and strong. But you can't be soft and be a defensive lineman.
It's not possible.
You can't be soft, and if you're soft, then it's like nah. You gotta be able to like get that push. If you can't get that push, then there's no like when you come off the line. If you can't push that man back in front of you, you're not gonna win. You can't win on your back feet.
No.
So like that's what I struggled with. All these niggas was big as hell. I'd be pushing. I just couldn't move nobody.
So let me ask you, man, because
no matter how strong I got, I couldn't move nobody.
I mean, look, for the position you was playing, right? The offensive lineman was solid 250 and over. Everybody was at least solid 250 and over.
Yeah,
it's just hard. I mean, for your size, hard. It was So,
but defensive line also let me use the little bit of athletic ability I had, my quick step.
Right.
I had a quick step. I've always had a quick step. And that's why I got noticed back in high school because I had a quick first step and I was cracking niggas right off the line. And it wasn't because I was blocking. I didn't know how to block. I didn't know how to shoot my hands. I was just cracking. Natural ability. I even did it when we got to college. I was cracking niggas like off the line. So that's why I felt like Coach Trish always liked me. I had it. I just didn't. I couldn't. there's a difference between. There's a reason why people are nice at sports and why people coach. Like I was a coach. I
Right.
was built to coach. Like there's a different level of athleticism that I did not have.
Okay, so
You can know everything you want
and if
about
you
the
ain't got
sport.
it, you ain't got it.
I didn't have it. I didn't have it. I'm not afraid to admit that. I didn't have the athletic ability to play at the level that I was playing. If I went to a D3 school, I'd probably be a fucking stud. But I didn't like that. I didn't want to be a stud. I like being the underdog.
You was on the scout team
Yes.
for most of
Shit
your
hurts.
career. I gotta
Yeah.
ask you because thank God I never did that.
Shit hurts.
Not for our offense. Can you describe being on the scout team, especially for our offense, who was no huddle? I just gotta wonder how was those practices.
I
like?
was in amazing shape, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Playing scout team against, I was in the best shape of my life.
Yeah,
we
look back on
they'd
it.
run so many plays back to back to back. Like I'd be like, I was in shape.
Yeah,
Shit hurt like a bitch, but I was in shape. I spent 4 years getting my ass whooped.
right.
Like they was some big boys.
Do you feel like there was a direct correlation between how the scout team performed and how the offense performed on Saturday?
Nah, not necessarily. A lot of niggas on the scout team just sucked. Like there was only sometimes where we get people who were good, but then to get snatched up from the scout team, go straight over to defense. So like it was literally like they was going up against bums every day.
Yeah, but I say it in the sense of okay, if the scout team had what does it look like for the scout team to have a good week?
We just
Like,
gotta.
is the scout team
Honestly,
supposed to make plays, or if they do what they need to do and the offense performs, is it a good week?
I just think we gotta be at the spots that they want us to be in, so
Right.
they can run their plays. So,
Right.
like if you start making plays, and it's not because the offense is fucking up. That's when you get moved up.
Exactly.
If you start making plays, like without even cheating, just naturally making plays, that's when you get moved up.
So if the scout team is doing what they're supposed to do in regards to, even though they might know what the play is, you have to run it, understanding that you gotta run it like you're the other team.
Yeah,
Like
which is really hard because sometimes like I'd really try. Like sometimes I run the same play over and over again, and I'd really try not to telegraph my movements because I knew where the play was going.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like they pushed me into the shit. Like I was really trying to act like I didn't know what was going on. And I literally would just like look at the person in front of me and just try to react off them. Like if I knew they was pulling, I follow the pull. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I would just try to stick the technique as much, but it would be hard because they'd be like, "Oh, this guy does this," and I'm like, "I don't know how to do that," but okay, I'm just gonna run into somebody. That's literally what I do sometimes. Like I'm just gonna run into somebody. That's not where they're supposed to go. Somebody tell me where I'm supposed to go then, because I don't know.
Now y'all,
but like
I know for the DBs, like for the scout team DBs, they actually had to have morning meetings with the receiver coach. I don't think D linemen had to do that, right?
Nah.
Okay.
It was like either go left or right. You either going left or right. Honestly, I'd be saying to the rest of us, like, hey, we just trying to survive. We just surviving out here, man. That's all we doing. We just trying to survive. We trying not to get hurt. And the day we all leave practice all getting hurt. It's a good practice.
What was your favorite moments of college football? What would you say is some of your top moments that you remember?
Spring game. I used to love every spring game.
Talk about it.
Because it was the only time I actually played. It felt like I was like playing.
Let's talk about your swag, bro. What? Let's talk about your swag.
I had a philosophy. If I was gonna ride the bench, I'm at least be the flyest nigga on the bench. Like I was like, I gotta be at least the flyest nigga on the bench. If I don't ride the bench, I'm gonna be fly as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
What was your football swag? Like, what was you doing, bro? What was you wearing?
Not till like senior years when I started like really like trying to get fly, like the sleeves and shit. Like I was real simple until senior year. Senior year, I was like, I'm going out to bang. I'll never be able to play football ever again in my life. I'm gonna try and look like my NCAA character. So like, if I was able to get my hands on a sleeve, I'm gonna wear a sleeve. If I were able to get like one long sleeve and one like leg sleeve, like I was gonna do whatever. I was gonna get the bicep bands. I was like, I'm gonna be as fly as I possibly can because it's my last time ever playing and I ride the bench. So might as well be fly as fuck. That was my thought process.
What is a game that you um vividly remember? Or what was one of the favorite games that you was part of that you can?
That Bentley game when we
Bentley.
won and we stormed the field. That shit was crazy. I never experienced like that. Nothing like that. I have had a field rushed on me before.
Yeah.
My last game ever playing high school football, the field was rushed on us.
Dang.
By Cambridge.
Okay.
Where I was born. I had family in them stands.
That's cold. That was a Thanksgiving game?
No, we didn't have a Thanksgiving game my senior year because they was trying to do some backdoor shit, and then the team we usually play got wind of it and was like, oh, you're going to do that? We'll find another team to play. So we had no one to play. So that was literally my last game ever. We played under the lights, which I don't mind having my last game being under the lights. And we lost to Cambridge, a team that I had never lost to. All through high school, we never lost to Cambridge.
That's why they stormed.
Oh yeah, they stormed that fucking field on us, and so, like
we get to the.
I had to listen to my aunt be like, "Better luck next year." I had an aunt say, "Better luck next year" to me, and I looked at my other aunt because this was she was an aunt. She's like one of them, one of them aunts where it's like not really your aunt, but you still call her auntie. Yes. And my actual aunt, my godmother, was like, "Jalen, get on the bus." Because I just looked at her and you could see the tears running down my eyes, and she was like, "Oh," because like my cousin was playing, and this nigga kept scoring touchdowns. I never heard this nigga's name on the loudspeaker so much in my life. It was like Magic with another one. His name was Magic. There was a Magic with another one. Magic with another one. 50-yard run for Magic. I was like, fucking someone kick this nigga Magic, man. This is so bad. It was horrible.
All right, so Bentley, we actually won.
Yes. And the people stormed the field. I was like, this is why these niggas did this to me for the last. Like, this is what this feels like. It was great. That junior season was a great season.
Man, what a year.
That season, our junior year, was a great year.
I got to thank you because you really was hype me up before the games.
I had to.
Part of
no one else would do it. No one else would do it. No one else would do it. Yo, our team, here's the thing about this. Yo, our team had no hype, bro. These niggas used to piss me the fuck off. I used to be sitting in these locker rooms because I never travel. I used to be sitting in these locker rooms at the home games like, why is no one hype? Why we all just sitting here quiet?
We was really like
we was like
to ourselves. We ain't really hype each other up. We ain't really bring a lot of energy before the games. And it's like it's really hard to go out there and play with. There's no energy.
I don't remember what I used to do to hype you up. What I used to do,
man. Here's the thing. Nothing really. We'd run on the field, right? I would pray. I would say the Lord's Prayer, and then when I got up, you and Lombard was just kind of. It seemed like it was just waiting on me to finish praying.
Yeah. So I remember you praying. I used to always
dab on Lombard, and then he'd be like, "All right, T, let's go. We getting the pick today."
Bring me a loaf of bread home, bruh.
T, Gunner.
This is lunch meat. Cold cut.
And at that time, you know what I'm saying, I'm laughing, but I was like, I needed that. I needed that for real. For real, man. All right. Well, let's talk about college off season, which is hard, its own schedule. Its own schedule in itself. What would you say was our worst conditioning conditioning day? What do you remember most about off-season
Full
conditioning?
Metal Jacket Monday. I don't know what's everything on Full Metal Jacket Monday. That whole day.
Full Metal Jacket Mondays. So Full Metal Jacket Mondays. I mean, we just went through hell. I don't know how else to describe it. They placed trash cans in different corners of the gym.
Yeah,
knowing that people was going to throw up. And especially for freshman year, they did it a lot better after freshman year. But freshman year was hell because half the group
every day was
live.
hell week. It was a hell week every day. There was no FM. It sucked freshman year.
Half the group would lift.
Yeah.
And the other half would do like conditioning. And so you kind of wanted to do conditioning first.
To get out the way.
Right. But either way, everybody ended with towel pools.
Yeah.
Trash, man. You actually was all right in towel pools.
I only did 3.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they never called me up.
In the 4 years?
Yeah, and then the only time I'd go is when I'd step up. I've stepped up. They only asked someone to step up 3 times. And I stepped up every time.
Bro, I'm so upset.
Like I said, I had that chip on my shoulder, but at a certain point in my football career, I had I felt like I had negative respect. I had no respect. Once I got to college, I had no respect. I felt like. It wasn't until senior year where Coach Trish and Coach Eggs said nice things about me. I felt like I had respect.
I see that affirmation is very important for you.
Yeah. I think it's just like I had no confidence. You can't do nothing with no confidence. And I was scared.
Scared of what?
Scared of fucking up because I had no confidence. I'd never been afraid to fuck up playing football. But once we got to college, I was afraid to fuck up. So I remember you saying, after putting some thought into this, I put some thought into this over the years. And you'd be like, oh, why don't you go for special teams? I didn't go out for special teams because I was scared.
Hold on, bro.
I didn't want to fuck up.
Like this?
Huh?
Called me like this.
Nah, I used to always be like, yo, what?
I did.
Go in for special teams. And I'd be like, yeah, I should. In my head, I'd be like, I should go out for special teams. But what if I fuck up on special? I was afraid to fuck up. I was so afraid to fuck up that it was just like, I'm just going to stay what I'm comfortable with and stay on D-line. But I was just afraid to fuck up. At a certain point, I was just afraid to put myself out there when it came to football.
That's fair. I mean, but if you ain't messing up, you ain't playing.
Exactly.
You would rather not play than go in that field and try.
I just was like, I'd get anxiety about it.
Wow.
I was afraid. I was I was afraid to step up because I felt like I had no respect. I was embarrassed. Every time we do a drill and it was one-on-ones, I felt like if I were to lose, I felt embarrassed. I was I had a constant feeling of embarrassment every time I'd go up in front of everybody. I never felt like that till I got to college. We do one-on-ones in the center of the A and the whole team be there. Yeah. I'd be terrified. I'd go up, I'd be so fucking scared. And it's just I don't know what it was. I just had no confidence, man. It was just sucked right out of me.
That's tough, man.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Nah, it was just thinking about it now in the past, it was literally just a lack of confidence in myself.
That sucks because you did have talent, and it sucked to see you as your roommate, as your boy, not on the field at all. Knowing that some of these other niggas that was on the field did not work as hard as you.
Yeah.
And did not weren't as committed to the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it felt like a wasted talent.
Yeah. It was just a lack of confidence. I had no I think college was rough. When it came to confidence for me. You know what I'm saying? Just in general.
I mean, I know. Now it's sadly you got your confidence late, after football.
Yeah.
We start
That's when I got my
with
confidence
more black women.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
think that's
needed the
probably
black women.
definitely what it was.
We
But
needed the black women
yeah.
earlier.
But I had no confidence playing football. Never. Not once I got to college, I had no confidence. And I felt like it was low key imposter syndrome. I had imposter syndrome. Like I'm not even supposed to be here anyway.
And you consistently tell yourself that.
Yeah.
And interesting. That's
Like I
very
still
interesting.
had the thought process, like I still proved these niggas wrong. Like I'm
That you
still
was
playing
there.
college. But like at the same time I wasn't playing.
Interesting. My thought was a little opposite. I felt like I was a Division I player. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, I deserve to be on this field. Like I
I
know I'm
feel
better
like a
than this.
lot of people on the team thought they were D1 players. That's where their confidence came from.
Yeah.
Niggas like me, I was just trying to get in there.
Right. You was trying to get your foot in the door.
Yeah, I didn't care what level. I knew I wasn't going to NFL. I just loved playing. I needed football. I needed it in order to survive. Especially with especially going when I started seeing all the white people there, I needed it to survive. It was a
Yeah.
crutch. It was my safety blanket.
Right.
It was the only way I knew how to meet people, talk to people. All I knew.
I feel you. I don't feel like well, for one, I'm not going to that school if I don't play football.
Yeah.
And football was definitely an easy way to, be part of something. There was people we knew. And as long as we stuck with it, we knew we had support
Yeah.
up there.
Exactly.
I don't think a lot of people understand. St. A is a school in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Technically golf's down.
Say it again?
Technically golf's down, but I'm gonna digress.
You're right. Manchester, whatever. I was Manchester, New Hampshire.
No, I'm just saying they use they're not really Manchester. They just be claiming it.
Right. It is kind of far from the city. It is kind of far because the city is a lot different from the campus. We were very much a minority, and it would just be weird to not be an athlete and go to that school as a black male. Just be weird to not be an athlete and go to that school, especially for people that wanted friends, like a diverse group of friends. Like,
yeah.
It would just been weird, man. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, the people were kind of cool, but I'm just glad that we had a brotherhood and that we really just stuck together, man.
Yeah. I really had to learn how to detach myself from football. That's why that year I quit was beneficial for me as a human being. Not football wise, but as a human being, I needed that year that I quit. I needed to discover who I was.
What was that like to detach? What is that?
Weird.
How is that process?
It was well, that year was very weird for me because I had no other friends outside of football.
Yeah.
So like, I'd literally be like, I'd have to go to the dining hall by myself. I'd have to go. It taught me an independence that I never had before. Like, I'd start talking to other people that I wouldn't necessarily have spoken to if I was at practice. I had no choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I started getting cool with a couple more people sophomore year. But then I was like, I just miss football so much. So once I was official, I was able to come because I wasn't going to just play football in the fall. And then, like, I'm not going to the league. So, like, if I can't afford to go to school no more, I only can afford to go one more semester, I'm just going to go to school. Like, I'm not going to the league. So why do I, I was like, like, why am I, like, I was like, that's why I'm not going to play this season. Because I was like, I'm not going to the league. I'm not even going to be here next semester potentially. So, like, why even add something to me? That was my best semester of college, though. Grades wise.
Oh, grade wise. Okay. All right. So, with that being said, after football was over, we went through the whole senior season, did all the senior stuff. You know what I'm saying? What was that like to not have football in your life permanently?
I had that since I already went through it once. It was like it was seamless. By that point, anyway, I was tired.
Yeah, I think we all were, man.
I was done. Like I was done, damn near halfway through that season.
Yeah.
Like I was done. Like I couldn't wait for it to end. Like I was excited for it to end because I was like, I didn't cry after college football ended. I cried in high school football ended, but I didn't cry after college football ended. I felt like I just had like a lot of. I felt like a relief. Like I was like, oh, this is finally over.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because I hated football or didn't care about football. It had nothing to do with that. It was just like I was tired. I was. It was my time.
Yeah,
Like
when you feel like
like
you've given the game everything you got, at that
like my
point it's
knees were
like,
fucked
yeah,
up. I
everything's
had a
hurting.
concussion for the first time officially my senior year. Like I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good for me in the long run. I ain't going to the league. Like I'm gonna keep stressing that. Like a lot of people really think they go into the league. They ain't going to the league. If you don't go D1 straight out the gate of high school, you ain't going to the league. I don't care. All these JUCO niggas, like it's like a very small percentage if you go into the league. D1's different, but even if you go D1, you ain't guaranteed to the league.
And what is your point?
My point is, you ain't going to the league, bro. Sometimes you gotta give up your dreams. You gotta always have a backup plan.
That's fair.
Like,
all right, that's
it's
fair.
it's a delusion.
That's fair. Be
It's
prepared.
a delusion. A lot of these young kids are delusional. They think they're going to go D1 and then they're going to go D1 and their goal is to go to the league. And it's like, that's not the goal. The goal is to go to school so you can figure out how to feed your family or feed yourself. Like, if you go in D2, unless you are a fucking amazing player breaking all the records, it's really a low chance of you going to the league. So you gotta.
I mean, which is why for me, once we got to senior year, everything just didn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
Like losing didn't hurt as much. Even the wins weren't as like exciting as they used to be because it's like, this is it. Like this is the last season. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to enjoy it. We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But same time, you know.
It wasn't a why is everyone calling me? But it wasn't a thing. It wasn't I don't know, I lost my point.
All right. Well, I'm glad that your adjustment was, seamless.
Yeah.
Ending it. And
football was crazy for me. A lot of crazy stories playing football.
What do you feel like? Last question in regards to before we get to the quick hitters. What do you feel like you have applied? What from sports have you applied to life like the most? What lesson from sports do you feel like you've been able to use in life?
Football. It felt me to own up to my to my mistakes. Like, if you fucked up, you fucked up. There's nothing like if you fucked up, it's too late. You gotta go on to the next. You can't dwell on the last play. I know I spoke about how I didn't have my confidence and I was afraid to fuck up. But like looking back on it, it's like when I did have my confidence, fucking up wasn't an issue. It was like, oh yeah, I fucked up. Next play, I'll do better.
Right.
Because I fucked up. I've let up some sacks in my career. I've got a quarterback fucked up before. Being a left tackle is very stressful.
Yeah, it's a tough
Very
position,
stressful. Man. And I fucked up a couple times. I got my boy fucked up a few times. Not bad, but like I've gotten my boy back there fucked up a couple times. Then it's like you got to go on to the next play. You can't dwell on it because when you think on it, you keep fucking up. So it taught me to like own up to my mistakes and just. Like,
I respect it, man. So look, we're gonna end with some quick hitters.
Oh, snap. All right, let's go.
Who do you think you played like?
I played like Jalen Joseph West, Roberts. Ain't nobody.
My
I ain't
bad.
play like nobody. I play like myself.
Who was a player that you tried to emulate, and who was a professional player you tried to emulate?
When we were playing back in high school, Justin Tuck. I wanted to play defense real bad. Like I played tight end, but I always wanted to play defense. Like I was like, I only like defensive players.
All right, where was your favorite place to play?
In general?
Yeah, football.
The home stadium that we played at. What was it? Dilboy Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah,
turf or grass?
Turf.
Home or away?
Home.
Favorite athlete?
Of all time? Dwayne Wade.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Favorite team?
So Miami Heat. Football. Patriots. Basketball. The Miami Heat. And the Celtics.
Out of all the quarterbacks you played with, who do you trust most in the 2-minute drill?
Oh, what's his name? Technically, I mean, since I didn't play, but like this nigga Yanni was nice, bro. That nigga Yanni was fucking nice. You know, this nigga's nice. This nigga went to another team the next year, fucking won the championship. So like, does it say anything about us as a team, or was it just Yanni?
Good question, but shout out to Yanni, man.
Yeah, shout out. That nigga was nice.
Jay,
That
I
nigga
appreciate
was nice.
you. I appreciate you for being on Technically Athletic. Thank you all for tuning in. This was another great episode, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.